We are here with Teacher of the Month, Miss Van.
Hello.
And we're going to ask her a few questions to get to know her a little bit better today. First off, where are you from?
Complicated question. Grew up all over. My dad was in the military, so I've lived like 12 different places. Mississippi is the place I've lived the longest, though, so I claim it as home.
All right, tell us a few of those other places. What's an interesting place, the most interesting place you've lived?
Bahrain. It's a small island in the Middle East near Saudi Arabia. I went to kindergarten there. My dad worked for a private contractor after he got out of the military, so very unique experience. I learned a lot.
What was it like living on an island? Of course, you were little, so it's probably hard to remember.
I remember the humidity. The humidity is one of the most prominent things I remember. I also remember there's a lot of sand and dust, and I remember that there were people who would run around the perimeter of the island, and it was like the length or the size of an Olympic track. And so my family did that a couple times, and I just remember being like, oh, wow, that's really small. So in my
all right,
silly childhood brain.
No, tell us about your college experience.
I went to Ole Miss. I majored in secondary English education. Did you just put your thumbs down? Ew, rude. I was very much into all my English classes. I had a lot of good friends there. I very much enjoyed my time. I think that Ole Miss has a lot of good English classes, especially if anyone's interested in that kind of thing.
Is that why you chose to go to Ole Miss?
No.
What was your decision making?
I got a scholarship called METP. If anyone wants to become a teacher, look it up. They'll pay for all of your schooling, including like computers, travel, all kinds of neat things. And then you agree to teach in the state of Mississippi for 5 years, and they forgive it all.
Okay, awesome. Now we got some other questions for you.
Okay.
If you could shop for free at one store, which store would you choose?
A car dealership. I need a new car. Mine's very old.
I wouldn't have thought of that. What's your best vacation memory?
Ooh, I just went to Universal, and I got a Harry Potter wand, and I got to interact with all of the wand windows. Super fun. If you ever have a chance, would recommend. Oh, and my dog's name is Jenny, so I love Harry Potter.
Yes. So, the wizarding world of Harry Potter at Universal, it's almost overstimulating.
It is.
It's a little much when you get in there.
It's also very crowded, especially over spring break.
Yes, I would imagine it was. Which of your teachers had the greatest impact on you?
Oh, Mrs. Wallace, my sophomore year English teacher. She was a doll. She was the perfect balance of strict but sarcastic, very smart, pushed us a lot, and I learned so much from her. She's an inspiration.
Would you like to be famous? And if so, what would you like to be known for?
Absolutely not. I want to be left alone.
I'm with you on that, and especially in a day and age where like the media judges you for everything.
Yeah.
I don't think I want to be famous.
Me neither, man.
What's not being taught currently in schools nationwide that you think should be taught?
Personal finance and budgeting.
Everybody says that.
Personal finance and budgeting. I am a little bit of a finance nerd. You absolutely can invest in a Roth IRA from as soon as you have income. So some of you who are 15, 16 have those jobs. If you get a Roth IRA, there's YouTube videos, Google it. There's lots of good resources how you can set yourself up for success later in life.
Explain to students basically, simply about the Roth IRA, because they are totally
Google it. But a Roth IRA is a retirement account where you can invest in starting as soon as you have income. And as soon as you put in your money from there, you need to choose what you want to invest it in. Go with some index funds. You can Google all these things. And then you will find some good successes just leaving it there for a long time. Right. So
and the risk
starting young is great.
The risk is typically very, very low. That's why people do it. What's the most difficult thing about getting older?
Getting older. Oh, the pain, the joints. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I think the most difficult thing, I've honestly enjoyed getting older so far. I know I'm still have some years to go. But I think growing up, you get more perspective on the real world, and you become a little bit more aware of others, and that expands your mind, as opposed to when you're younger, you're very focused on yourself. And so time gives you a lot more wisdom, and you can develop better connections with people. So I think growing up is a good thing.
Nice. Okay, you may have already answered this question.
Okay.
But, are you a spender or a saver? Sounds like you're a saver.
I'm a saver. I'm very much a saver. I like to be prepared for those rainy days. But there's a measure of appreciation for spending. Don't forget good experiences when you're younger. Sometimes worth it.
Absolutely. What's the most significant lesson you've learned in life so far?
Oh my goodness. That's a great question. I think going in with an open mind for almost anything that you go into. I've moved around a lot. I've lived in a lot of different places where I didn't typically fit in. Going in with open minds and looking to learn from the people who have more experience than you is a great way to make yourself more wise and help you develop better connections with people. I think just going in to life and with no judgments and an open mind so that you can learn where people came from, but also keep a good moral head on your shoulders.
Absolutely. And piggybacking off of that, students, as adults, you should never stop learning, and you're going to find that out. Even when you leave school, you're still going to learn things, and you're still going to want to learn things. So what would you love to study in the future?
I think I'm more curious to study more about finance. I think that would be cool. I also would love to learn more about English. There's so many books I haven't read. It's a never-ending list of things that I would definitely like to spend more time learning.